Hello everybody, my name is Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is my budget for May 2021. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. I cannot believe that we're almost in May already. In fact, well, we are. Tomorrow is May the 1st. And it just seems so, I don't know, like don't the months seem to be flying by even though things are still not kind of any different. That probably makes no sense whatsoever, but anyway, this is my May budget. So there are a couple of one-off expenses this month which will have a real impact on our overall budget, and the way we work it is we don't kind of save for them. What we tend to do is we then just do them. So for example, this month one of them is the car insurance is due. So we're just going to pay that as a one-off expense during the month. And also this month we have got the rest of our holiday to pay for, but I might transfer some of that out of savings and put it from there. I can't decide, but that's the general rule. We don't tend to. So for like the car insurance, it's once a year, isn't it? And the sensible thing, I suppose, would be to have a sinking fund for that, but it just comes out of our budget for that month and we know that, and we kind of, as you'll see, kind of adjust our budget accordingly. So aims for the month then, so it's 20 no spend days as always. I'm going to do a £50 overpayment and I'm going to put £500 in savings, and that's the difference for this month, I think. And when I say savings, I mean, of course, my investments. So 20 no spend days is the same as always. It's always kind of around that number. I think the only month where it's not that is maybe December and perhaps August, depending on what we're doing. But the one-off expenses, so the one-off expenses is car insurance. And that is going to be, looking at quotes that I've done already, around kind of the £300 mark. So yeah, and then we've also got we need to pay for, so we're going in the summer to a self-catering cottage in Scotland, which I'm really looking forward to, but we need to pay off, or we need to pay the remaining balance, because it's due by the end of the month. So pay remaining balance, oh no, so no spend aim is 20. So the one-off expenses, so there's two kind of major ones there, I suppose, and it does have an impact. I think the best thing to do will maybe be change or transfer some from savings to pay for the holiday. I don't know, I can't decide. I'll talk to my husband about that and see what we think is best, but the car insurance will definitely just come off. I don't like to pay it monthly, I like to put it as a one-off payment, then it's done, I don't have to worry about that anymore. So let's look at the numbers. So as always, the 5 variable expenses I'm going to talk about is food, petrol, miscellaneous, children and eating out. So May is just a normal month, just at work for all of it and things like that. There's nothing particular planned as such which should kind of change any of these. So food I'm going to keep at £270. That's a good figure for our family. I feel like it kind of works well for us. Petrol is going to, in fact actually I'm going to put petrol up slightly to 150 because we're doing more travelling on weekends now. We're allowed to go to different, and when I say travelling it's like we're just going out for the day. We're definitely doing more travelling in that sense and obviously using the car more. So I'm going to just put it up to 150 and see what happens this month in terms of, do we go nearer that? Are we still at the £120 mark? I'll see. Miscellaneous is always £100. Children is £100. And then eating out I'm going to put £30. I'm going to try really hard this month to kind of minimise our spending. I want to kind of go back to basics in May. I think it's I can feel myself kind of creeping with different kind of habits and kind of getting different things, if you like, if that's not too vague. So I want to kind of go back to basics with just reining it in slightly, just having a bit of a, in fact I think I might make May a money making month, I might do a bit of a challenge for myself. If you want to join me on that, I might, if I've got time, I'll do a video about that, and feel free to join me on that. It's just having a bit of motivation back, I suppose. So investments and savings, I'll do the one. Oh, so what does that, hang on, what did I just do? So that adds up to £650 there. So investments, it's going to be 500. Mortgage overpayment goes in here because it is a debt at the end of the day, so that's £50. Sinking funds I'm going to come back to. I don't know how we'll do with those this week or this month. I think that we're going to be stretched as it is, so we'll have to wait and see. I guess, in fact, to be fair, the idea could be, and let me know in the comments if you think this is a good plan, to do a money making May and put whatever I make into our sinking funds. Maybe that's a good idea. We'll see. I'll have a ponder about that and watch out for that. If I get time, I'll make a video about that tomorrow. So obviously the bills tracker is not there yet. Sinking funds, yeah, I can't decide about those. So no spend day tracker, so this is 20 as always. And don't forget, this planner is linked below if you want to get one of these. It's just in my Etsy shop. So 20 for no spend days. That doesn't change particularly, but it is always handy to have that in there as a number. Then obviously none of these are filled in because we've not done the month yet. And then the final one, so here's this extra income pays. I am actually really tempted to do a money making May and have it go just purely into sinking funds. I think that might be a good way forward. I'm gonna have a think about what that could do in terms of, or what I could do in terms of kind of making money. So when I do the extra income things, it's not to do my blog or YouTube, whatever. It's things like selling things on Facebook, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so, and then the final one here, so the savings aim, again, this is to investments, but that is £500 for this month. I think that's the last page, isn't it? Yeah. So this is the savings aim that goes into my investments for our long-term early retirement goals. So that is my budget for May. It's slightly different to normal because we've got those additional expenses, those one-offs. And you know, when I talk about budgeting, it has to be flexible for your own circumstances, doesn't it? Otherwise there's no point. There's no point in doing all this if it doesn't work for your family setup. And what works for my family setup might very well not work for yours. But that is my budget for the month ahead. How is yours looking? Let me know down in the comments below about your budget and how it looks. I definitely want to get back to basics in May. I feel like March and April have I've taken my eye off the ball, so to speak, slightly. So I feel like I am just ready to get back in the zone, and also, and I don't know, again, if you find this, let me know. So when I find that my finances start to slip, it then kind of has a knock-on effect, and then everything else in other parts of my life also start to. So when I get my money and my finances and everything in check, everything else also falls into place. It's a very fine balance, isn't it, between getting everything right and kind of getting everything a bit wobbly. But there we go. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Let me know how you're getting on down below, and I will see you again very soon.